Now that you've learned how the heart works, I'll show you how to use the heart on a product I've been working on. Let's apply what we've learned about the heart framework to a product. I've created a Udacity food delivery app that allows students to order food and have it delivered to them right from the comfort of wherever they're studying. I have a general idea of how users will use the application, but I want to set some goals for what I think users want to accomplish, signals of where to look for those accomplishments, and metrics that will verify the user's success for key aspects of the product. What you're tracking will vary depending on what company you're at, what your product is, and what you want to track. A great way to formulate my hypothesis is using the heart framework. It's best applied in the form of a matrix with the heart items going down the left and the goals, signals, and metrics, GSM, going across the top. This matrix is to help us set up a hypothesis or educated guess for how we're going to obtain data about our product once we are ready to test it. Let's start with the happiness column and then work our way down the framework. As a reminder, happiness deals with how happy the application you've created makes the user. Let's start with our happiness goals for the Udacity food delivery app. Here we want to ask ourselves, what does happiness mean for our users? I feel it's important for users of the app to be fully satisfied with the delivery service. Next, what signals or where would we find the data about the satisfaction of users with the food delivery service app? Well, we could find the ratings on the App Store or using the in-app surveys. Lastly, how are we going to quantify the satisfaction of users who are using the delivery service app? We can use software to track the signals over time. For App Store ratings, we can use software such as AppBot and track survey results with software such as Hotjar. Now, let's take a look at the engagement part of the framework. As a reminder, engagement is about how much a user is engaging with the application. In this case, I'm setting an engagement goal for the app of increasing the frequency of food orders. Next, I think about what signals will tell me that orders are increasing. This can be found in how many orders the average customer is making per day or over time. Lastly, we can track the signal of the amount of orders the average customer makes over time with software such as Shopify. Now, let's take a look at the adoption part of the framework. As a reminder, adoption is about how many unique users join in a given amount of time. In this case, I've set a goal of increasing the number of signups for the food delivery service app. Where we can find signals for the increasing number of signups is by looking at new users that join the app over time. Lastly, we can track the number of new registrants of the app over time by using software such as Google Analytics. Next, I'll look at the retention aspect of our app. As a reminder, retention is about how many of the existing users stay on our application. In this case, for our retention goal, I would reduce the number of users who unsubscribe. Next, we find the signal for this goal by looking at users who are subscribed and seeing if they are still staying subscribed. Lastly, we'll keep track of this signal by looking at the number of unsubscriptions of the application. Lastly, we'll look at task success for our food delivery app. As a reminder, task success is about whether or not our users actually got to their desired destination in the application. I've set a goal of decreasing the number of incomplete orders in the app. The signal for this goal is the number of users who don't check out after choosing their food items. If they don't check out, they can't complete their order and fulfill the goal I've set out. And finally, the way we'll keep track of the users who don't check out is by keeping a tab on the drop-off rate, which can tell us more about why they didn't complete their task. We can use software such as Hotjar to get more insights on this.